There are those who are born into hardship, and there are those who are born into privilege. Eldrilon Veranis was firmly the latter, born beneath the crystal chandeliers in the marble halls of House Veranis, one of the oldest and most esteemed elven noble lines in the realm of Tyria. Eldrilon entered the world not with a cry, but the lull of harps and whispered hopes. His lineage stretched back to the founding of the Sunspire Court, a family of high elves known for their arcane brilliance, political influence, and obsession with legacy. From birth, Eldrilon was bathed in the glow of expectation, groomed to one day inherit vast lands, noble titles, and the position on the Council of 10. He was intelligent, that much was undeniable. The spark of magic was strong in him, stronger than most of his kin. He grasped spells with an ease that bordered on arrogance, and his mastery of evocation magic, the destructive, raw art of harnessing elemental power, was unmatched among his tutors. But Eldrilon had one fatal flaw. He was lazy. Where his kin devoted themselves to study, court politics, and the perfection of arcane, Eldrilon preferred wine, song, and the endless distractions of court life. He dismissed duties, skipped lessons, and gambled away coin in the back-alley arcane duels. For a time, his status protected him, but as he grew older, the patience of Lord Valith Veranis, his father, wore thin. You have power, my son, but no discipline, no drive, no understanding of what it means to earn what you possess. And so, with the fury of a disappointed father cloaked in noble grace, Eldrilon was cast out, not as a punishment, but as a challenge. Leave this house. Prove your worth. Only then will you earn what is promised to you. And just like that, the velvet walls of his youth gave way to open roads, rough beds, and the biting sting of real consequence. At first, Eldrilon struggled. Gold ran dry, wine soured. The street held no sympathy for a noble without coin or cause. But slowly, he began to understand what his father had meant. Not just about power, but about earning a name rather than inheriting one. He took on mercenary work, offering his magic to wandering caravans and frontier towns. Bandits fell to his fire, monsters turned to ash beneath the blaze of his arcane fury. With each battle, each challenge, he grew, not just in skill, but in purpose. Gone was the arrogant boy who cast spells for applause. In his place stood a young man honed by hardship, still sarcastic, still vain at times, but now with a fire in his heart that matched the power in his hands. It was in the warm stone streets of a harboured town along the Vandean coast that his fate changed yet again. He'd stopped to rest, spend the last of his coin on a warm meal and a stronger drink, when two strangers entered the inn. A dwarf, cloaked in wolf fur, a scar over one eye, the weight of vengeance in his step, and a dark elf, with a shadowy grin, eyes always watching. Their conversation began with barbed wit, as most do between strangers with sharp minds and sharper edges. But as the night wore on, it shifted to tales of goblin ambushes, haunted manors, and a place called Hilltown, where darkness stirred, and coin, perhaps glory, waited to be seized. By morning, Eldrilon had joined them, not out of desperation, nor boredom, but because he sensed something greater stirring on the horizon, something worthy of his name. He may have been cast out from the golden halls of Sunspire, but in the ashes of hardship, Eldrilon would forge a name of his own, one made not of bloodline, but of fire and legend.